I just got back from my very first trip to the brand new Trader Joe's that finally opened up in my area a few days ago. So I thought it would be the perfect time to share my Trader Joe's favorites, as well as to talk generally about some of the foods that I eat for youthful glowing skin and a strong, lean, healthy body over 60. If this sounds fun to you, throw this video a thumbs up and let's get into it. First of all, I love the Trader Joe's bags, and this one is insulated, which makes it really convenient. But I'm going to get this one out of the way, and we will start with this one. You know, Trader Joe's sunflowers always make me happy, and I could not resist this beautiful plant. I really love the large variegated leaves that remind me a little bit of hosta. Now, I don't know what kind it is. It just says foliage plant. So if you happen to know what kind of plant this is, please share in the comment box. Anyway, let's get to the food. I'm going to put these out of the way. Okay, at the top of my bag, actually I should put this out of the way. At the top of my bag is my very favorite bread, Ezekiel bread, and it can be a little bit expensive, but Trader Joe's definitely has the best price on this. What I love about this bread is it doesn't have any processed flour in it. It just contains sprouted grains and seeds. It's higher in protein, higher in fiber, lower in carbohydrates than most breads, and it does not contain any preservatives or added sugars. I have been eating this bread for years. Another food that I eat pretty much every single day is the delicious avocado. Avocados are loaded with skin and heart healthy fats, vitamins, minerals, and a shocking amount of fiber. You know, one medium avocado contains up to 13 grams of fiber and 4 grams of protein. You know, avocados have so many health benefits. They're antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. They help stabilize blood sugar, help promote a healthy gut. And I just feel like the healthy fats in the avocado moisturize my dry skin from the inside out. Avocados are so easy to eat. I love avocado toast. They taste fantastic on salads, in sandwiches, in smoothies, or sometimes I just sprinkle a little lemon, salt, and pepper and eat it plain. You know, it's going to take me way too long to go through these bags item by item. So I'm going to take a few minutes and get these organized into the categories of food that I eat on a regular, if not a daily basis. All right, I put this in some semblance of order. Now, as you will see, I am not vegetarian. However, plants do make up the bulk of my diet, especially leafy greens and berries. These are loaded with antioxidants, phytonutrients, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Unfortunately, leafy greens and berries are pretty high on the dirty dozen list, which means that they have a higher risk of pesticides residue. Luckily, Trader Joe's has a really good selection of affordable organics. Now, berries are nature's candy, yet they are low in carbohydrates and sugar. I always have frozen berries in my freezer, especially blueberries, which I love to include in my smoothies. Another fruit I always have on hand, especially this time of year, are organic apples. Again, these are high on the dirty dozen list, so I do try to buy organic, and Trader Joe's is finally selling individual organic apples. They used to only sell bags of organic apples, which I really can't eat a whole bag of apples, so they finally have individuals. I love to include apples in my oatmeal or just for a snack, and I always have a lemon on hand for flavor. As far as the leafy greens, I love kale, organic kale. Again, this is new at Trader Joe's. Previously, they only had bagged, chopped up organic kale, but now they have a whole head of organic kale, which I'm thrilled about. I always love to include kale and or spinach in my smoothies. Actually, when you're making a green smoothie, you should rotate your greens. Anyway, I love organic spinach, either in a smoothie or sauteed. And of course, crispy lettuce. These are so easy to incorporate into soups, smoothies, or salads. Or I love sauteed spinach, which is, I think it's an extra healthy way to eat spinach. I think it makes it more absorbable. One of my favorite veggies is broccoli. Now, broccoli is actually on the Clean 15, so I do try to save a little money and I buy conventional broccoli since they have a lower risk of residue. And I do want to mention broccoli sprouts. I actually grow my own broccoli sprouts on my kitchen counter. These are the sprouted seeds. I don't have any fresh ones to show you right now because once I grow my broccoli sprouts, I put them in the freezer, which actually increases their nutritional value. Broccoli sprouts have up to 100 times more of the anti-cancer sulforaphane than the broccoli itself. I always include frozen broccoli sprouts in all of my smoothies. Now, I will link a video below where I show you exactly how to grow your own broccoli sprouts. And I will also list a couple of videos, a couple of my green smoothie videos if you need some green smoothie inspiration. So every day I do try to have either a green smoothie or a salad. And I do keep a couple of these ready-to-go Trader Joe's salads on hand because they're just so easy. However, I always doctor them up with additional greens and vegetables. I'll add some chopped red pepper or some shredded carrot and definitely lots of additional greens. And one of my favorite add-ons to any salad, whether I made the salad or whether it's a Trader Joe's salad, is this Trader Joe's Omega Mix. It's mixed nuts with some cranberries and it adds just a really nice crunch and a little protein boost to any salad. This also makes a really good snack. Now, as we get into the autumn, I am loving squash and sweet potato. So delicious and easy to roast, loaded with vitamin A and tons of fiber. And I always have a red bell pepper around. I like to add it to scrambled eggs, add it on salads, or just slice it up and use it as a dip for hummus. As they say, eat the rainbow. Moving on to protein. You know, protein provides the building blocks for collagen and elastin for youthful skin, and even more important, it helps to build lean muscle for a strong body. So I do try to include protein in every snack and meal. Now, I happen to love eggs. In fact, I eat eggs several times a week, either for breakfast or for dinner. I will scramble them up with a little added cottage cheese for extra creamy protein, and I'll throw in vegetables, you know, onion, mushroom, red pepper, broccoli, whatever I have on hand. I also love my eggs over easy on avocado toast, and they're really great hard-boiled. It's a really easy, fast, high-protein snack, and it's really good to throw on a salad for an extra protein boost. Unfortunately, Trader Joe's does not sell my favorite eggs. I look for pasture-raised eggs, and Vital Farms is my favorite brand. Pasture-raised chickens roam freely outside and eat their natural diet of bugs, worms, and grass, which makes for a much more nutritionally dense egg. In fact, pasture-raised eggs have 3 to 6 times more vitamin D, double the vitamin A, and double the eye-healthy antioxidants lutein and, see if I can pronounce this, zeaxanthin. You can actually see the difference in the color of the egg yolks. Another protein I include a few times a week is fatty fish, such as wild-caught Alaskan salmon and sardines. These are loaded with not only protein, but calcium, vitamin D, B12, and the crucial omega-3 fatty acids, which are great for our arteries, our heart, our brain, and our skin. So I always have several cans of sardines on hand. You know, they're really cheap. They're really delicious. What I will do with these is they're really good with mustard, or I will mix them in with a little avocado and have with crackers for a snack. But the reason I buy so many sardines is I also give these to Bosley. I give Bosley 2 sardines a day, one with breakfast and one with dinner. And I really, really love to make salmon salad, similar to tuna salad. You know, a little onion, celery, red pepper, lemon, dill, really, really delicious. Beans are another fantastic source of protein with the added bonus of tons of fiber and antioxidants. And I actually love hummus, which is chickpeas pureed up. This makes a really great high protein snack. And this week I am actually going to be making turkey chili, which I will probably eat every single day until it's gone. Now, this next item is not from Trader Joe's, but I did want to mention it since we are talking protein. My very favorite protein powder is Rituals Essential Protein Daily Shake. Oh my gosh, this is so incredibly delicious. It is plant-based, it's sugar-free, preservative-free, and it is certified free of heavy metals. Now, up until now, it only came in vanilla, which I absolutely adore the vanilla flavor. But they just released a new chocolate flavor, and I do believe that this is on sale right now. Another source of protein are nuts and seeds. I always have organic walnuts on hand. You know, Trader Joe's has a huge selection of nuts and seeds. And again, with nuts, I do try to buy organic. Anyway, I love my organic walnuts. I put this in oatmeal. I put it on salads or just for a snack. And let's see, pumpkin seeds are an excellent source of zinc for immunity. And Brazil nuts, just 2 Brazil nuts a day, provides all the selenium you need on a daily basis. And then seeds. Oh my gosh. I just picked up some organic chia seed from Trader Joe's, and I always have organic flaxseed meal. I will put this in my oatmeal, in smoothies. You know, these are rich in protein, healthy fats, and omega-3 fatty acids. Finishing up with some of my favorite Trader Joe's convenience foods. You know, Trader Joe's has a huge freezer section with really delicious freezer foods, so I try to keep it to a minimum. But I do live alone, and I'm not that great of a cook, so I do indulge in some of my favorite convenience foods. I really do like their Indian, I don't know what you'd call these, like packs. They have beans and lentils and flavoring. These are really, really delicious. You can throw them over a grilled chicken breast or over rice. And call me lazy, but I really do enjoy Trader Joe's organic brown rice. This is pre-cooked. It is done in 3 minutes in the microwave, and it is perfect. Now, I occasionally do make rice, you know, from scratch. I know it's not hard. You just boil it or simmer it. But it's really nice to have this on hand for a very quick meal. And again, I really enjoy some of their Indian foods. This is Trader Joe's. What is this? Paneer tikka masala. I think these are all either vegetarian or vegan. Trader Joe's palak paneer. Lots of spinach in that one. And this one is Trader Joe's vegan tikka masala. Delicious. One of my favorite Trader Joe's frozen foods are these Thai shrimp gyoza. These are pot stickers. Oh my gosh, these are so incredibly delicious. Really good for if you have company or for a snack. And they are perfect with Trader Joe's gyoza dipping sauce. So, so, so delicious. Now, I always keep on hand at least a couple of Trader Joe's tomato and roasted red pepper soup. Oh my gosh, this is so creamy and delicious. You just shake it up, heat it up, or microwave it. And one of my favorite, I don't know, wintertime go-to comfort food lunches is tomato soup with grass-fed Irish cheese grilled cheese sandwiches. You know, this is pretty expensive, this Kerrygold cheese, but it is one of my favorite cheeses, and I'm so glad Trader Joe's carries it because they have a really good price on it. And of course, my guilty pleasure from Trader Joe's. These are all a little bit of a guilty pleasure, but my real guilty pleasure from Trader Joe's are their dark chocolate peanut butter cups. Oh my gosh. A couple of these in the afternoon with a cup of decaf coffee really gives me a boost. As much as I really do enjoy watching What I Eat in a Day videos for inspiration, and I will link some of my What I Eat in a Day videos in the description box below, it's not so much about what we eat in a 24-hour period. It's more about the eating habits that we have over days and weeks and months. You know, we talk a lot about beauty and makeup and skincare and anti-aging on this channel, so I wanted to make sure to stress how critical it is to feed our skin from the inside out. All the skincare in the world cannot undo a crappy diet, especially this time of year with cold and flu season underway and the holidays right around the corner. It's even more important. So please take extra good care of yourself so you can stay happy and healthy for the holiday season. And with that, have yourself a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in my next video.